A very good evening to all of you. I would like to warmly welcome you to the new episode of the Great Minds Session series conducted by the Future Marketers Association of the Department of Marketing Management, University of Kelaniya. I'm Deomini Fernando and I will be your host for the day. The Future Marketers Association is the formally structured student body of the Department of Marketing Management, University of Kelaniya, with the sole purpose of nurturing innovative and self-driven individuals, giving them hands-on experience while making them corporate ready in this dynamic business environment. The Future Marketers Association, or FMA, with a 19-year legacy, has been initiating great minds with the purpose of creating a platform by bringing the country's greatest personalities and top achievers to share their thoughts, insights, personal experiences, and exposure with our undergraduates. Before we proceed, I'd like to take a moment to highlight the Department of Marketing Management, University of Kelaniya. We are pioneers in marketing education, offering the first ISO certified bachelor's degree and the first bachelor's degree specialized in digital marketing in Sri Lanka. As the first SAP University Alliance partner in the country, we lead the charge in groundbreaking education initiatives. We are committed to providing quality education as evidenced by our ISO 9001-2015 certification. Our internal programs, such as the Diploma in ERP and Diploma in People Skills, further enhance our students' capabilities. Now, we will be starting our discussion with our guest speaker. It is with great honor and privilege that I introduce our esteemed keynote speaker for this session, Mr. Charit Fonseca. Mr. Charit is a seasoned digital marketing professional with a wealth of experience in the industry. He has held leadership roles at prominent organizations such as Meta, Blue Whale Media, and Atlas Auxilia. Currently, he serves as the manager of client partnerships for Raw Addicts. Prior to this, he was the chief strategist at Blue Whale Media, where he spearheaded digital marketing campaigns. His expertise lies in digital strategy, analytics, and leveraging the power of social media. He has a proven track record of delivering impactful results and driving business growth for his clients. Please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Mr. Charit Fonseca. We are truly fortunate to have him with us today, and I'm confident that his insights and wisdom will inspire and enlighten us all. And also, this is a kind note for our dear participants. So please do keep in mind that after his speech, we are going to have a small Q&A session comprising 30 minutes, where you'll be able to get valuable input from Mr. Charit Fonseca. So, Mr. Charit Fonseca, the forum is now yours to share your valuable thoughts with us.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Devani. Some exciting activities going on in your university. I'm really happy about it. Along with the digital, you guys are actually giving the specialized degree in digital marketing. Well, I wish I was at uni now. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah. So today, guys, I'm Charit. So as Devani gave a comprehensive introduction, I'm currently managing some client partnerships at Raw Addicts. We are the authorized sales partner for Meta in Sri Lanka. So today we're going to talk about evolution of digital marketing. Evolution of video marketing. So how it actually came there, and what are the what are the behavioral facts that are there to support this, and along with some stats as well, Sri Lankan stats, and some global stats as well. And also at the end, we're going to talk about how you can actually build, content, short form content, which we are, comprehensively exploring today. How to build those to get more attention, right? So let's dive in. Let me share my screen, and we'll we'll talk through on the presentation. Also, guys, if you have any kind of question, I'm happy to answer. Let me know. I mean, just drop a text in the Q&A section. Yeah, so let's dive in. Let me share my screen. Cool. I hope this is visible to you guys. Yeah. So I switch off my camera right now, so you will not have issues in buffering. Cool. Okay. So today we're going to talk about evolution of video marketing, right? So how did it all come up here? How did it all come here, right? So if you if you go like 20 years, 25 years back, was it the same? Was our media consumption the same, right? Obviously it's not, right? So how did it come here? From from all this, if you go like 30 years back, mataka the main camera item, right? It's a huge camera, right? So every video commercial is on shot on that. So today also, there are some big productions that are happening in this kind of stuff. But today we are going to talk about short form video. So if we go back a few years back, short form videos also was done in this manner, right? So how did it come up from here to where we are doing small video content on mobile, and how it has really bring up so much value and so much impact on this market, right? So there are a few facts that I wanted to highlight here, right? So first of all, the mobile first consumption. uh, if you take us as an example, if you take yourself as an example, how much time do you spend on your mobile, right? Just think about it. Mobile lege kochara velak innada. So so what are you actually doing on the mobile, right? Just think about yourself. You get up in the morning. Uh, what's the first thing that you do? Maybe you take the phone to your hand, right? So honestly, hari alarm එක off කරන මුලින්ම ඊට පස්සේ මොකක්ද කරන්නේ? ඊට පස්සේ you check what are the messages that you have, right? And then a bit of maybe a bit of social media, right? Before the tea or maybe while having the tea, so a bit of social media, right? So it's a mobile first from the moment that we get up. It's a mobile first consumption that we have on media, right? And we are spending a lot more time than we used to, right? So we will be connecting all these dots on the go, right? So, and the other part is visual and entertaining content, right? So just think about it. Api social media gihilla balaගෙන ඉන්න, we should have a reason, right? Mobile first, mobile එකක් තිබ්බ කියලා, that's not the only reason. We love the content there, right? So so me, I'm like a Instagram Reels person, right? So just like that, you also might have different social media platforms that you guys are on, right? So just think about it. And so why do we like it, right? So unlike before, you don't have to have a lot of production stuff, lot of a huge production cost to come up with a small video, right? Mobile එක අරගෙන mobile එක අරගෙන you can actually shoot it yourself, and then you can actually use it for your brand as well. So we'll be talking about user generated content also in the coming up slides, right? So that's one of the main things, because we love the content, right? We love the content that are out there, and that's why we are actually consuming it that much. Think about yourself. TikTok video, TikTok shorts, TikTok video, YouTube shorts, then Instagram, Facebook reels. What are you on, right? So just keep in mind, I'm going to ask you a few questions also, right? So the most important part is why the rise of short form video has come up is the reduced attention spans. So we'll be talking about that also in detail, how the reduced attention span has adversely affected and positively affected the brands, right? So these are the main three facts I would say for the rise of short form video, right? So uh, l- before I go to the next slide, can I please know how many social media channels are you on, right? ඔයා social media channels කීයකින් ඉන්නවද? Can you guys send a message to this chat? I would love to see. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So that's three for me. How about you guys? All right, we have five. Lovely. 4, 6. All right. All right. Right. Okay. So average, guys, I would say it's about 4, 5, right? Yeah, we are having 6 also. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. So as you can see, we are in a lot of social media channels, right? So may social media channels ඔක්කොම use වෙනව නේද? So per day, I'm pretty sure who has 4 social media channels. You guys using at least 2 or 3, right? Just think about it. Instagram open කරලා බලලා story එකක් දානවා, Facebook story එකක් දානවා, ඊට පස්සේ maybe some TikTok, right? So just like that, we are actually active on those platforms, right? So I'm gonna give you guys a small glimpse on some stats of social media in Sri Lanka. So these are the stats. So there's a reason why I'm showing this, right? What's the Sri Lankan population, guys? Lanka population එක කීයද? Message එකක් දාන්න පුළුවන්ද කාට හරි? නැත්නම් කෑ ගහලා කියන්න පුළුවන්ද population එක කීයද කියලා? You guys can interact. You guys can talk. You guys can give your thoughts also. 22 million roughly. Correct. Correct. So out of 22 million, these are the numbers that we have on social media, right? Just think about it. Meta platforms, there are 9.6 million people, right? So that's almost a half of the population, right? So 22 million really 9.6 can, that's like 40%, 45%. So just think about the capacity that these social media channels will have. So why am I talking about social media channels? Because we are watching all those short form content in these platforms, right? So on Meta platforms, overall, there are 9.6 million unique people in Sri Lanka, right? So I will break that down for you. On Facebook, we have 8.4 million. So here, the number has grown significantly. Facebook, right? Unlike Instagram, as you can see, Instagram is just 1/4 of it, right? Just 1.9. But the impact that this platform is bringing into the brands to marketers is huge, right? And on Messenger, it's 4.4. So you might be wondering, I mean, Messenger, it's a different platform, guys. So when I made a Facebook profile back in 2008, it didn't have Messenger separately. Facebook ගත්තොත් තමයි Messenger හම්බ වෙන්නේ, right? You don't get it separately, but it's a separate platform right now. Even if you are not on these two platforms, you can install Messenger and you can create a profile and you can communicate with people. You can actually do that, right? So this 8.4 million, I want to highlight a bit. ගෙදර ඉන්න හැමෝම Facebook ඉන්න කට්ටිය ඉන්නවද? Can I show of hands? ගෙදර ඉන්න හැමෝම Facebook ඉන්නවා. අම්මයි තාත්තයි ඔක්කොම set එකේ ඉන්නවා. So my family except for my dad, everyone is on Facebook. Is there any people like that? නන්දල මාවල ඉන්නව නේද Facebook එකේ, right? So this growth in the platform has mostly brought in by the adult generation in Sri Lanka, right? So it doesn't mean that Gen Zs and millennials are not there. They are there, but the most of the growth of the platform is brought by the adult generation, right? So we could see that in 2023. So I will definitely update you guys on 2024. So as you can see, that's a culture that's happening, right? Social media platform එකක හැමෝම ගත්තොත් මොකක් හරි social media platform එකක ඉන්නවා, right? If you take a random person, that person might be on at least 1 or 2 social media platforms. So So our chat, I mean, our chat also, a good evidence for that. හැමෝම ඉන්න social media platform හතරක හරි පහක හරි. So, and on YouTube, there are 7.2 million people. So you guys watch YouTube. So these are the profiles that are there, right? And TikTok, this is the fastest growing social media platform in the world, guys, right? So it has 4.4 million users, unique users in Sri Lanka, right? And it's continuing to grow also, right? So we'll be talking about specific three platforms out of this, and then LinkedIn, it's 2.1, and it's also have a rapid growth, and X, which was formerly known as Twitter, has about 300K. So if I talk about Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, these are the and YouTube also. These are the four platforms that actually provide you short form content, right? Just think about it. YouTube wala තියෙනවා shorts, TikTok wala the content is anyway short form, and Instagram, Facebook provide give you reels, right? Both of these has reels, and on LinkedIn also you can find a section for shorts now. There's something called LinkedIn Shorts, right? So it's short clips of anything that you would like to post, right? So why has this happened, right? So let me give you some stats overall on the world, right? So just to give you an idea how large TikTok has become, is TikTok reached 1 billion monthly active users in just 4 years, right? COVID ඉඳලා දැන් වෙනකන් 1 billion users level reach කරලා තියෙනවා. So which means there are 1 billion profiles, more than 1 billion profiles on TikTok, monthly active in the world, right? So if you take a given month, there are 1 billion people who are really active on TikTok platform. And if you take yourself, just think about it. මොකක් හරි ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එකක් ගැන රිසර්ච් එකක් දාන්න ඕන නම් what's the platform that you guys search on? So you want to have an idea about about some product or a service. What are the platforms that you guys are searching in, and what are the media, what are the type of media? Let's say, for example, you have text-based information and video-based information, right? So as consumers, we always prefer video-based, right? Because it's so, there's a biological reason also. So we'll be getting onto that point later. So I'll be keeping that, right? And 73% of the consumers prefer a short video to learn about a product or a service, right? So if you are a marketer, you should really understand this point, right? If 73% of the consumers prefer to watch a short video to learn about a product, then you should actually make for that audience, right? So why? Because the platforms are defined by those audiences. So we'll be talking about more about culture trends in the coming up slides, right? So if you want to research about a service or a product, you always prefer to watch a video, right? Let's just think about yourself, right? And then 7 in 10 teens spend over 3 hours daily watching mobile content, right? So just think about the Nangi or the Malli that you have at home, right? They watch a lot of mobile content than we do, right? So right, so the cultures are totally different from us, right? So I would say millennial, I would say, yeah. So I'm pretty sure most of you guys are here are Gen Zs and millennials. So just think about the people that are at your house, right? So I mean, all of them have a mobile, right? හැමෝටම mobile එකක් තියෙනවා. vertical screen එකක් හැමෝගාම තියෙනවා, right? So the teens actually spend more than 3 hours. ඇත්තටම අපි ගත්තොත් අපිත් ඇත්තටම පොඩ්ඩක් 3 hours වලට වඩා spend කරනවානේ, right? Just think about yourself. So මොකක් හරි ටෙක්ස්ට් එකක් දාන්න ගියත් ඒකත් හරි, right? So and then social media මොකක් හරි just think what are you normally doing if you are හිතන්න බස් වලට ගිහින් හිටියා query traffic light එක නවත්තගෙන හිටියා ඔයාට idle time එකක් free time එකක් හම්බුනොත් you like to scroll up, right? You like to scroll down, right? So that's what the behavior has really become. So these stats actually evidence for that master fact, right? So people are in the mobile environment. They prefer mobile environment and they prefer short video content also, right? So these are, these short form content are called bite-sized content, right? Bite-sized. So there's a reason for these to be called bite-sized content. එකපාර බයිට් එකට කණ්ඩ පුළුවන්. ඒක කෑවාම තේරෙනවා, right? So just think about it in that angle, right? So there are a few facts that I want to highlight here. Short form duration, engaging and focus, mobile friendly and visually appealing also, right? Short duration. Any bite-sized content should be short duration. So we are talking about videos here, right? Not images, guys. So a few sentences or text or a single image or infographic, right? So your content should be 2 minutes or less, right? If it's a content, and if it's an ad, so I'm pretty sure there are participants who are here who are from brands and from businesses. So if you guys are coming up with an ad, make sure that it's at least 15 seconds short. At least 15 seconds short, right? So if it's shorter, it'll be better. Why? Because we are that impatient, right? So short duration is a must for any bite-sized content. So these bite-sized content are very important for any brand, right? So just think about marketing a product and about two scenarios, right? So you have a 1 minute video which says all a product එකක් තියෙනවා. Let's say a t-shirt, for example. t-shirt එක ගැන ඔක්කොම ටික කියනවා. material එක මේකයි, මහලා තියෙන stitch එක මේකයි, මේ ඔක්කොම ටික කියනවා, right? So maybe that's a 2 minute video. And there's another small video where it actually shows the aesthetic of the video. 15-second video එකක් තියෙනවා. It really shows the aesthetics of the t-shirt and the material, the build quality and how it looks like when you wear it. So those kind of content actually captures attention of the people, right? So if you guys are creating it, make sure that it's very, very, very short, right? Because we are that impatient, guys. Just think about yourself, right? Video ekak interest නැත්නම් we will be just skipping it, right? TikTok video එකක් තියනවා. TikTok video එක if it's not giving us the satisfaction or what we are looking for, we will definitely skip it, right? So you have only a short duration to I would say convince any user, right? To convince any user, as brands, as users, as future marketers, you just have a very, very short duration. So we'll be talking about the durations exactly in the next few slides, right? And then the second one, or the most important one, I would say, is engaging and it's focused. So any bite-sized content should be very, very focused, right? It should deliver a single idea or a message clearly and concisely. So it shouldn't have, multiple messaging. Just think about a video which has multiple messaging and it's very, very short. මොකන message එකක්වත් ඔලුවට යන්නේ, right? පොඩි video, short video එකක් තියෙනවා. short video එකේ ඔයා messaging ඔයාට කියන්න තියෙන ඔයාගේ product එක ගැන කියන්න තියෙන ඔක්කොම ටික කියලා තියෙනවා. ඔයාගේ brand එක ගැන කියන්න තියෙන ඔක්කොම ටික ඔයා කියනවා, right? It's not it's not focused to a single message. So that wouldn't be a bite-sized content. So if it's a bite-sized content, it doesn't mean it is just short. It means that it should be engaging and focusing also. So the focus part will give you the engaging factor as a variable, right? So the more focused your message is, the more engagement that you will get, because then you can have multiple messaging, multiple videos, right? Short videos, you are not spending a lot on production as brands. You are just you're just very focused on a single message, and you're making multiple quick videos, tuck tuck. Then you are identifying, okay, what are the videos, or what are the type of content that's actually bringing me results, right? So your video should be very very focused. Then it will become a bite-sized content, so it will have much more engagement. Just think about yourself. ඕනම වීඩියෝ එකක් විනාඩි දෙකමාරක විතර වීඩියෝ එකක් තියෙනවා නම්, after watching about few seconds, if we are not interested, පොඩ්ඩක් ඉස්සරහට දාලා බලයි තව මොකක් හරි තියෙනවද කියලා. If you really want to watch it, otherwise what would we do? We just skip it, right? So that's the level of power that users have right now, because of the content overload that is there in these platforms, right? So Facebook ගත්තත්, Instagram ගත්තත්, YouTube ගත්තත්, TikTok ගත්තත්, we have a lot of content, right? So ඉස්සර, I mean 15 years ago, if you really scroll down Facebook, you can actually see the post that you saw in the morning. Can you actually do that right now, right? Just think about it. අර උදේම දැකපු post එක එනකන් scroll කරන්න පුළුවන්ද? You really can't, right? Because that's the amount of content that are there. යාළුවන්ගේ content තියෙනවා, ගෙදර අයගේ content තියෙනවා, pages වලින් ඔයගලන්ගේ like කරලා තියෙන brands වලින් content තියෙනවා, and on top of that there are ads that are on your feed, who are the brands who are actually trying to get you to grab you, right? So your message, your content should be really really focused, right? So if you want your content to be engaging, it should be, your messaging should be very 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 focused, right? So uh, just to give a quick idea, guys, what is an engagement, right? Mama engaging කියනවා, engagement කියනවා. What is an engagement, right? So on social media, if you watch a video, this is on a statistical this is a statistical overview. If you watch a video more than 3 seconds, it's considered as an engagement on Facebook, right? So that's not it. Engagement kind of like එකක් දාලා, share කරලා, comment එකක් දාලා, it doesn't have to be that, right? Even if you watch at least 3 seconds, right? So there is one second mark also. So for the shortest videos, there's a 1 second mark, which is considered as an engagement. But for a 15-second video, if you watch at least 3 seconds, it's considered as an engagement, right? So engagement is not about like එකක් දාන එක, comment එකක් දාන එකම, share කරන එකම නෙමෙයි. If a person really gets your message in, if that person watch at least 75, at least 25 or 50% of your video, then that is a very very good engagement for your video. So just think about you having a very focused message on a very short duration of a time, and you are pumping it inside your user's head, right? So it will have a lot of engagement, guys, right? So just think about yourself. ඔයාට මොකක් හරි product එකක් ගැන හරි service එකක් ගැන හරි දැනගන්න ඕන නම්, quick video එකකින් ඒක ගන්න පුළුවන් නම්, it's very nice, no, right? So there is a reason why we have become this, okay, right? So then comes mobile friendly, formatted for easy consumption on screens. So any short form or bite-sized content should be mobile friendly, right? So no point of you coming up with the best messaging, best focus messaging, or the shortest duration, maybe within 10 seconds you are telling your focus message. It doesn't matter, you do everything if you don't have a mobile friendly content that's coming up, right? Why is that? So we spoke about it, right? Everyone is on mobile. Just think about your family, right? Just think about your neighbor. Just think about people around you right now, right? Everyone has a mobile. බලන්න මට ඉන්නවා නම් දැන් කවුරු හරි කී දෙනෙක් මොබයිල් එකෙන් නිකන් කරන් මේවා ස්ක්‍රෝල් කරන් ඉන්නවද කියලා, right? So these bite-sized content, if you have a focused message, if you have a short duration clip that is giving out a single-minded message or a brand, then it should be actually mobile friendly, right? So there's a reason why we should put it for mobile friendly, uh, because we hold the phone vertically, right? Mobile friendly can mobile. So let's talk about that also. So I mean, any video can be played on mobile, right? So ඉතන movie එකක් වුණත් ඔයාලට mobile එකේ play කරන්න පුළුවන්. But just think about it. Just think about this screen, right? Just this screen right now. And if you put a horizontal video to this, it will just consume this much of the screen, right? ඔයාගේ mobile එකෙන් මෙච්චරයි screen ප්‍රමාණය ගන්නේ horizontal video එකක් play කරන්න, right? So what's the downside of it? You are not very focused, right? So let's be let's be fair. We have actually lost our attention span over time, right? So ඔයාගේ attention span එක fully මේ screen එකේ නැත්තම්, then there is a chance that this user can skip your video, right? So just think about it. You have a horizontal video, and up here and down here on this screen, you don't have anything, right? So the focus is really gone there. So mobile friendly means it should be 9 to 16 ratio, right? So it should be the vertical size, the 9 to 16 vertical size, and it actually should give and you should make it for sound off also, right? සද්දයක් or volume වැඩි කරේ නැතත් you should be able to really understand and identify, okay, what's going on in this video, in this messaging, right? So that's what you call mobile friendly overall, right? So any vertical video can be considered as a mobile friendly video, right? So what are the three facts that we are talking about? Yeah, right. So what are the three things that we are talking about? The short duration, the engaging and focused, and then it should be mobile friendly also, right? So you have a short duration which is very focused, and it's mobile friendly. You have it on the go, right? And then the most important part, visually appealing, right? So it doesn't matter if you have the precise messaging, the mobile friendly environment, and if it's very very short, if it's a dull video, then it will not give you no proper results, right? So uh, is everything clear on these guys? Any questions from you? Okay, questions clear. Okay, right. So if we talk about short durations, there is a small commercial that I would like to show you guys, which was made back in 1998, right? I'm pretty sure most of you guys know this.
ඔක්කොම හරිනේ. මුත්තු යාළඟ. ඔව් මංගා. යන් වෙලාව හරි. මොන හරි කරන්න ඉක්මනට. ලන්ඩන් වල ඇල්බර්ට් අංකල්. හෙලෝ ඇල්බර්ට් අංකල්. සුරේෂ් 50000ක් ගෙවන්න පුළුවන්ද? මේ දැන් වෙස්ටර්න් යුනියන් එකේ. අතිශයකදී රටකින් රටකට මුදල් යවන්න අවශ්‍ය නම් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ වෙස්ටර්න් යුනියන් සේවය තියෙනවා. ඔබට පහසු ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ශාඛාවකට ගිහින් ලෝක රටවල් 136ක වෙස්ටර්න් යුනියන් මධ්‍යස්ථාන සමග විනාඩි ගණනකින් මේ වගේ ගනුදෙනු කරන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් මුදු මාරු කරගන්න.
See, the focus message is really not there until it's a bit too late, right? ඉස්සල්ලාම කතාව කියලා තමයි යන්නේ. So that's how TV advertising works. I'm not saying that this is bad, right? So this is the platform culture that has TV එකේ යනවා නම් the messaging comes at the end, right? So that's how it works. That's how it works on traditional media, right? But it's not the same for digital guys, right? Why, right? So if we go back 24 years, why are these short form content more engaging with us, right? It's because of the short attention span that we have. Let's look at some stats, right? So 24 years ago, we used to have any user, right? A user who's having any device. හිතන්නකෝ ඒ කාලේ අපි තිබ්බ පොඩි mobile phone එකයි මේ device එක. The attention span was 13 seconds, right? So what's the attention span? Attention span is, so if you can keep your concentration on one thing and do it continuously, right? So 13 seconds is what we had back in 2000, right? So goldfish memory again. So why do we say that? Because goldfish has the shortest attention span biologically, right? So even they have 9 seconds, right? So 24 years ago, we used to have 13 seconds, right? So average goldfish has a 9 seconds. What do we have now? Any guesses, guys? Any guesses? Then the attention span here. So 2015 එකත් කියලා එන්නම්කෝ. So 2015 we used to have 8 seconds of attention span. Just think about the commercials, just think about the content that are there. Just think about the content and just think about the advertisements that were there back in 2015, back in 2000, right? So even if we take the previous commercial that we watched, the real messaging, the messaging of the advertisement actually comes at the 13th or the 14th second, right? So you guys know this commercial. So if we really play it, on the 13th or the 14th second තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ කියන්නේ හරි Western Union හරහා එවන්න පුළුවන් මෙහෙම සල්ලි කියලා, right? So what do we have right now? An average internet user has 3 to 5 seconds average attention span, right? Just think about yourself. මොකක් හරි වීඩියෝ එකක් බලන් ඉන්නකොට පළවෙනි තප්පර දෙකේදී තුනේදී if you are not convinced, you will not keep watching, right? So it's mainly because of the attention span decrease that has happened over time, right? So these are actually correlated. ඔයාගේ attention span drop වෙන එකයි short form videos වලට engagement වැඩි වෙන එකයි, they are correlated, right? So as a user, you don't like to watch anything more than 3 seconds if it doesn't interest you, right? So as content should be spot on, where they will give the right messaging, the messaging that they want from that content within this short period of time, right? So short form content means it can be either 10, 15, or it can go up to 2 minutes, right? If it really gives you gives value, right? If it really provides all the values that are there, all the messaging that are there, right? So this is an average internet user, right? So we talked about millennials, we talked about Gen Zs, right? So just to give you an idea, guys, an average Gen Z person, Gen Z has the shortest active attention span among all of age groups. It's just 1.3 seconds, right? So I'm pretty sure there are marketers here, there are brands here, right? So this is your future customer, right? This is the future customer for any brand, right? Just think about it. ඉස්සර අපිට මොන හරි ඕන 10 years ago, if we want something, we would tell our parents, right? අම්මට හරි තාත්තට හරි කියනවා හරි මේක පොඩ්ඩක් අරන් එන්න, මේ chocolate එක පොඩ්ඩක් අරන් එන්න, right? We would say that. Now what has happened? Job එකක් කරන්න ගත්තාම you pay your own bills, right? ගෙදර කට්ටියවත් බලාගන්න. ගෙදර grocery ටික ගේන්නෙත් ඔයා, right? So the buying power has shifted from our parents to us, right? So in the future, 5 years, 10 years later, from 2024, from 2025, what will happen? Gen Zers will have more buying power, right? More buying power in the sense, so in a society, they will have buying power, right? So it's important that you understand their behavior and actually cater to them. So with an attention span like 1.3 now, as brands, as marketers, it's getting more challenging, right? How on in the year 2000, if you really had digital media that much, you had 13 seconds to convince a person, right? And in 2015, goodness, you had 8, right? Now it's about 3 to 5, right? And in the future, where the buying power will be shifted and all the jazz will come, and pretty sure there will be more and more social media platforms that will be coming up, and people will be more mobile focused, more on the go device focused. So as for marketers, it's getting more challenging, right? Because you should හිතන්න මේ Gen Z කෙනෙක් 1.3 seconds වලින් convince කරන්න ඕන. That's the attention span that they have, right? ඔයාගේ තියෙන messaging, ඔයාගේ තියෙන brand එක, you should show it between 1.3 to 1.5 seconds. Otherwise, they will be gone, right? So that's how it will be challenging for you guys. So as short form content, හිතන්න දැන් short form content කරනවා, right? So for now, okay, I have 3 to 5 seconds to convince a person. All right. And if you really look at this TikTok and these YouTube shorts, guys, so since the average attention span is 3 to 5 seconds, so if you are a creator, if you are making video shorts, if you are making YouTube shorts, if you have a YouTube channel where you make shorts and stuff, any continuous clip should be 5 seconds or less, right? ඉතින් ඔයා වීඩියෝ එකක් හදනවා, ඔයාගේ පොඩි clips තියෙන. ඒ පොඩි clip එකක්, it shouldn't be more than 5 seconds, right? Because any user, just think about yourself also, and going forward, then other ඔයා බලන content මේව ඔළුවේ තියාගෙන බලන්න, right? So any engaging content, මොකක් හරි බලන වීඩියෝ එකක continuous clip එක, it should be 5 seconds, right? So after that, you should really change the clips. So that's how you can actually bring in more engagement. If you have a shorts channel, which might not be performing, might not performance challenging now, you can actually try that, right? If you have a TikTok channel, if you have a Reels channel, you can actually try that, right? And the videos that you are watching today, keep these also in mind, right? බලන්න මේ වීඩියෝ එක engaging නම්, වීඩියෝ එක more visually appealing now, visually appealing, ඊට පස්සේ මොකක්ද එතන දෙන message එක, if you are seeing an ad, what is the message that you are seeing, right? So all that you actually should look at, right? Yeah, give me a minute, guys, please. All right. Now we spoke about attention span, right? Just to give you an idea, we actually scroll 300 feet a day, right? So kabarak phone ne keli tharakena Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, it doesn't feel like much, right? So an average person, a social media user, scroll 300 feet a day, right? So that's the amount of content that is there on your screen, right? So as brands, as future marketers, or as businesses, your content should be spot on in order to make a thumb stopper, right? So bite-sized content, it's really visually appealing, it should be thumb stopping. So thumb stopper කියන්නේ අලුත් දෙයක් නෙමෙයි, right? So just think about it. ඔයා හිතනවා මොනවාරි social media channel එක scroll කරන් යනවා, right? Just think about yourself, Instagram or scroll කරන් යනවා. If you see something appealing, visually appealing, you will stop, right? So that's called a thumb stopper. So if your videos are thumb stopping, and if your videos are short, if your videos are more focused, it will bring you more engagement, right? So these are the few tips I would say, I can give you. So we'll be talking about more and more clips, uh, tips. Sorry, in the future slides, right? So with this type of content, and just think about the content that's coming into your feed, right? It's multi-generational, right? So අපි හැමෝගාවම ෆෝන් එකක් දැන් තියෙනවා. If you think about your mom, if you think about your uncle, if you think about your dad, they also might be having a smartphone, right? Most probably they will be having a smartphone, right? So it's a multi-generational thing. All these facts that we spoke about, the behavior being mobile first, and the attention span being small, all that jazz is multi-generational, right? So I mean, when we were very small, we actually didn't have mobile phones, but it's not the same anymore. If you look at a 2-year-old, 3-year-old kid, they are more used to the mobile than we are. සමහරක් වෙලාවට අපි දන්නේ නැතිවත් දන්නවා. එක gadget හදන්න, right? So it's a multi-generational thing. From your Sia to the smallest Nangi that you have at home, you guys, all of you guys are on these platforms, these devices. You are with digital media, right? So just to give a stat here also, right? So Meta as a platform, it reaches 82% of global Gen Zers, which is ages from 18 to 24 every week, right? So every week, guys, හිතන්න ඔයාට තියෙනවා portion එකක්, Gen Z portion එකක් තියෙනවානේ society එකේ. ඒකේ 82% will be reached by these platforms, Meta platforms. So why is it important, right? Because Gen Zers, as we spoke about earlier, they have a very short attention span, right? And you can catch 82% of them in these platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram. You can catch 82% of them globally, right? So if your content is not for them, if it's not short, if it's not focused, then you are actually not updated, right? You're not doing it right, right? So හිතන්න ඔයාගේ content තාමත් අර දිග content ගන්න. තාමත් අර නිකන් හරහාට content ගන්න. Mobile friendly නෑ ඔයාගේ content. So will it capture the audience? It will definitely not. So for the guys who are actually running ads, you can actually see this. You can actually test this out if you have a page or a test page or something. You can actually put a horizontal video. It was a vertical video එකක් දාලා බලන්න ඒකෙම. Then you will clearly see the difference between the engagement, right? Even the number of views, right? Number of views, the number of likes, comments that you are getting will be totally different, right? So that's the amount of weightage that these platforms are bringing in for short form content. So you can connect the dots. You really can connect the dots right now, right? So there are a lot of platforms that are there, right? And your future customer is a Gen Zer, and as Meta, it reaches 82% of the Gen Zers worldwide every week, right? And if your content is not for them, if your content is not appealing for that audience, then you are doing something wrong, right? So just think about the brand, just think about the home brand that you have, that you want to build, right? So fun fact, India has the highest Instagram reach, 388 million. So this is the amount of profiles that are there in India, right? So these platforms are that big, right? So on Instagram, just think about your behavior. Instagram ගියොත් එහෙම ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ඉන්න reels වල. Why? Because we love video content, right? There's a reason for that. So we'll be talking about that also. So now let's talk about consumer trends, right? How the platforms have been defined by the audiences, right? And what's the effect on engagement on those, right? So we'll be understanding the facts that will increase engagement here, right? So the first one is the shift in media consumption habits, So we spoke about the mobile friendly, the mobile behavior, how we scroll down 300 feet a day, how much we are on social media channels and all the jazz, right? So consumers increasingly prefer content formats tailored for on-the-go viewing, right? So what's on-the-go viewing? හිතන්න අපි කොහරි බස් එක යනකොට අපි කොහරි ටැක්සි එක යනකොට අපි නැත්තම් හිතන්න මොකද ෆ්‍රී ටයිම් එකක් හම්බුණා අපි මොකද කරන්නේ සෝෂල් මීඩියා හරි මොකක් කර ගිහිල්ලා it can be TikTok, it can be YouTube, it can be Reels. So it's a preferred channel for each and every one of us, right? So we love on the go viewing. So if the media consumption habit has shifted to that, it's important as marketers also to shift your content towards that side, right? Consumer habit එක තියෙන එතනට නම් brand එකත් හදන්න ඕනේ එතනට. Brand එකත් video content, brand එකත් content හදන්න ඕනේ එතනට, right? So that's how it should be done. And the other one is preference for visual content. So this is the biological part that I was talking about, right? So humans process 60,000 times faster than text, right? So making video the most engaging type of content. So this is the reason why we love content, right? So why we love video content. So if you want to learn about a product or a service, that's why we are actually watching some videos before reading something. So there will be instances that where have to read to understand, but humans process visuals 60 times faster than text. So it's actually biologically made for us also, right? Biologically, I think visuals 60,000 times ikman process karagano text වලට වඩා, right? So if you have some kind of content, some kind of video content, it actually digests faster with your to your user, right? So this is one of the main facts that the videos have become more engaging time to time. So back in 2008 when I made the profile, when I made the Facebook profile, it really didn't have a section also for videos. You can upload videos, no problem, but it's not the same anymore. Now what do you have? You have a different section for videos as well, right? So attention span goes immediately. Hold on, attention span goes immediately. Yeah. So hold on, Academia. Hold on, I'm not very clear about this message. Correct. So, sorry. So that's the consumer behavior that we have, right? And the other part is, one of the most important part is impact of social proof and virality. Think about two scenarios, right? You want to know about some restaurant. Let's take an example, right? Restaurant tag, right? So think about two scenarios. One, the brand is coming and telling you, hey, look, we have amazing pizza. These are the things that we will give, this free and this discount and all the jazz, right? Brand coming and saying their pizza is wow. This is the first scenario. And the second one is your friend is coming and telling you, Masam, metana pizza pot ekak තියෙනවා, it's very nice, go and have a look or taste it. What will you believe, right? So you will definitely believe what your friend or that user said, right? Because you know for a fact that is an actually user generated one. ඇත්තට මේක experience කරලා තමයි යා කියන්නේ කියලා you know for a fact, right? So brands anyway they will be talking about USPs, right? So as a stat, 55% of the consumers trust user generated content more than brand generated content, right? So, Godak Dure unknown. Think about yourself. If have you ever tried something? Have you ever tried a product or a service after watching a content video, right? Brand video name, content video, right? So honestly, I have, right? Just think about හිතන්න ආට මොකක් හරි බර්ගර් එකක් කන වීඩියෝ එකක් දැන් තියෙනවා ෂෝට්ස් වීඩියෝ එකක් right බර්ගර් එකක් කන්න ආසයි හිතෙන්නේ නැත්නම් හිතන්නේ මේ බර්ගර් එක කන්නේ මෙතනින් මේ කියලා පොඩි කෑල්ලක් කියලා so that's why all these content creators all these influencers they actually promote products in that way right so ideally if those videos are short it would be really ideal but with the type of content with the type of audience that's there for that specific platform it can be different right it can be 1 minute on YouTube shorts it can be 15 seconds on Instagram reels right and short form videos often capitalize on trends started by users right so if we talk about trends a bit right so trends are changing and trends are arising because of the culture right and the culture actually moves fast why am I saying that just think about yourself you have at least two devices right laptop එකයි mobile එකයි අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම තියෙනවා ඊට අමතරව මොකක් හරි හිතන්න iPad එකක් හරි note එකක් හරි තියෙයි you might have a second mobile phone right so the culture has really moved fast. හිතන්න මේ ඉස්සර මේ TV එක ඉස්සර ආච්චිලා ගෙදර වගේ තියෙන TV එකේ ඉඳලා can you remember this deck piece මතකද deck දාලා TV බලන්නේ deck දාලා movies බලන්නේ to that where we have come to shoot videos on mobile and then where are we going to the VR we are going to the VR world right so if you take couple of products that are there in the future they will definitely have these capabilities right on Meta also they will be bringing products like this where you will where you can actually engage more with the people that you love with the content that you love right so trends actually change fast right and actually the brands have to keep up with the changes to be competitive just think about it right අපි ඉස්සර වගේ අර ඉස්සර ලන්ඩන් වල ඇල්බර්ට් අංකල් වගේ videos advertisements දැන් හදන්න ගියොත් it might not work for these platforms right for TV it might right so those are like great advertisements that's why they are on top of mind still right even if it's 26 years old it's still in our mind right so it's really top of mind but it's specific for that platform so with the media consumption behavior with the mobile first behavior that we are having it will not be the same anymore right so the brands actually should keep up with the fast moving culture right so I should highlight this part users actually set trends right so what are the trends that you know right what are the trends or challenges trends කියන්නේ හිතන්නකෝ what is a trend trend එකක් කියන්නේ ඒ කාලෙට social media වල තියෙන hype එක right a single topic hype right so that actually you can set as a trend what are the trends of trends that you know right so I would give මතකද ice bucket challenge කියලා එකක් තිබ්බා ice bucket challenge right and what are the other trends that you know I would love to know your thoughts also මොනවාද දන්න challenges trends එහෙම තිබ්බ නේද අන්න ඒවා මතකද COVID කාලේ එහෙම can you remember what are the challenges that you can remember social media challenges කියලා තිබ්බේ any thoughts no worries all right there go on coffee correct that's huge in COVID times right growing plants in home garden same right so COVID kale it used to be a trend right and these are good trends. ඉතින් ගෙදර home garden එකක් කරන එක COVID season correct Rashid. So home garden එකේ plants වවන එක it's a good thing, it's a good trend, right? So these trends were set by users, right? And on specific platforms also. Think about it, right? So Instagram වල තියෙන්නේ එක trend එකක්. TikTok වල තියෙන තව trend එකක්. Facebook වල තියෙන තවත්ම trend එකක්, right? And I should highlight the fact, I mean, no one uses Facebook like Sri Lankans do, right? So the amount of memes, and we can actually change governments also with these social media platforms. So that's how influential it can be for as Sri Lankans, right? So trends, you were actually right. Remember these Dalgona coffee and mannequin, right? So these were the challenges or trends that were there in social media platforms, right? So, and these these trends were unique to these platforms, right? Why? Because the platform culture is actually defined by its audience. Think about it. Dalgona coffee ඇත්තටම හැදුවේ Instagram එක. mannequin එක කරේ Facebook එකේ TikTok එකේ. Instagram එකෙත් කරේ නැතුව නෙමෙයි, but the main platforms were those, right? So as users, we are the ones who are setting up trends, right? And the platform is actually defined by the audience's culture, right? හිතන්න අර the Instagram 1.9 million Instagram users, the vibe එක, Instagram vibe එක versus Facebook vibe එක, both are from meta platforms, right? Don't forget that both are from meta platforms, meta, right? So the vibe is totally different, right? Instagram එකේ තියෙන it's more lifestyle content and all that jazz, right? හැබැයි Facebook තියෙන්නේ සම්පූර්ණයෙන් වෙනස්, right? Even the videos that you post, I mean even the content that you see, they are actually very, very different from platform to platform. Why? Because platform culture is defined by its audience. TikTok in a set නෙමෙයි, I mean TikTok in set නෙමෙයි, Instagram in. Why? Why do I say that? So you might be thinking, Hari, මට Facebook, මට Instagram උත් තියෙනවා, TikTok උත් තියෙනවා. But true, right? So you have both these platforms. You use both of these platforms, but you use it different, right? Instagram reel එකක් බලන vibe එකකින් the TikTok reel එකක් බලන්න, right? Is it the same? So for me, honestly, it's not the same. And we have actually seen the difference between Facebook reels and Instagram reels also. So just think about the difference between the Instagram reel and the TikTok short video, right? And it can be totally different from YouTube shorts as well, right? So users actually set trends on these platforms, right? And as marketers, as brands, what's important in this? What's the important fact in this? Are it trends? What's up? But what's up, right? So this is what's up. Brands should really embrace, right? So remember this guy? So how sad? So even he has a channel also. So not a huge following, but still, right? But still, this guy was a huge trend on social media platform in Sri Lanka, right? So, and the brands actually used it. So, and just think about this also, right? So this is not a video, of course, but I wanted to put it here to say how brands are, embracing the trends on a Sri Lankan context, right? So, sorry. Sorry, guys. My bad. Cool. Okay, I wanted to put it here because it's not a video, of course. It's an image, but මේක බලපු ගමන් දන්නවා what is it කියලා, right? Emerald shirt එක, emerald double pocket shirt එක කියලා දැක්ක ගමන් දන්නවා. It had actually become a trend with the dynamics that we had, right? අපිට තිබ්බ market dynamics එක්ක අපිට තිබ්බ the dynamics that we had in the market, right? It can be political, it can be cultural, it can be anything, right? So this has come with a political influence, but it has set a user trend, right? Users like trend double pocket nandita. So the this brand, they actually claimed it, and they actually executed it, right? So that actually went well for this brand, and they actually made a lot of sales from this, and a lot of engagement also came up for these videos, sorry, for this content, right? So just think, what if you can actually make a small video, small, spot on video with a messaging for these trends, right? If there are trends, the brands actually should embrace it, and have to try it out, right? So if you can remember, Phoenix Industries came up with an idea, ape butu weyo kanna naha. So it's there on their this thing, on their feed, on their Facebook feed. You can go and check it out. It's pretty fun. So users set trends, and brands actually have to embrace it. So why is it important for short form video content engagement, right? So uh, if the trends are there, if the trends are made with short form content, it will be very, very easy for you as brands, as marketers, as businesses, to push them for more engagement for users, right? Trend video, yes, it will be easy. Why? Right? It's more relatable to us, right? ඉතින් දැන් මොකක් හරි තියෙන trend එකක්, social media trend එකක් තියෙනවා නම්, it can be very relatable to us, no? Right? So the level of engagement that we will bring also will be high, right? So that's how you connect this stuff. You have a short form video, you have a bite-sized video, you have a bite-sized content, very short duration, focused message, and just think about, trend plug karne ka, right? It will be marvelous. So these are the few facts that you can add when you're doing your next campaign, next content campaign, right? Remember this guy, Saiva Mataka, Gangnam Style. So this specific brand, it's a pistachio brand, right? Pistachios tamai vigurandi. So they actually got him to do a small video, right? So this is not a mobile friendly video, but I want to highlight the trend part here, right? මොකක් හරි trend එකක් තියෙනවා නම් ඒකට තමයි ඇත්තටම address කරන්න ඕනේ. Check this out, right? It's amazing how brands collaborate with these guys.
Rockin' Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Rockin' Gangnam Style. Right. Yes, taxi, oh! Rockin' Gangnam Style. Side does it. Now we all go nuts. Right. Wonderful pistachios. Get cracking.
So that's how much the brands are embracing trends, right? So before I go to the next part, the final part of the session today, have you ever felt like social media knows you too much? නිකන් අහන් ඉන්නවා වගේ තේරෙනවද? හරි මම ගැන ඔය කියපු දේ අහන් ඉන්නවා, දැන් ඒකයි මේ ඩිලිවර් කරන්නේ kind of thing. Have you ever felt it? මේක experience කරලා තියෙනවද? Can you guys drop me a message? මේක මම දැන් හිතුවනේ දැන් මේක කොහොමද මගේ Facebook feed එකට වැටලා තියෙන්නේ, right? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So we all have experienced it, right? So why is it? So it's mainly because the platforms actually knows us, right? To be honest, platform knows us. So it's not something to do with privacy concerns or anything like that. It's not anything to do with data or anything like that. It's our behavioral pattern, right? So sometimes what happens is platform predicts you stuff, right? So when that prediction is spot on, you feel this, right? So how does the platform predict? You got it right. So platform එක ඔයාගේ තියෙන behavior pattern එකත් එක්ක it predicts stuff and delivers to your feed, delivers to your story, right? It can be an ad, it can be a product, or it can be a content, right? So ඔයාගේ තියෙන behavioral pattern එකත් එක්ක ඊළඟට එන්න ඕනේ block එක මේක වෙන්න ඇති කියලා social media එකෙන් platform එකෙන් deliver කරනවා ඔයාට, right? So you really notice it if you have it in your mind, right? Just think about it. හිතන්න ඔයා car videos ගොඩක් බලනවා, right? car videos ගොඩක් බලලා ඇත්තටම ඔයාගේ ඔළුවේ තියෙන දැන් wheel set එකක් ගන්න එක. ඊට පස්සේ car videos බලන එක්කෙනෙක්ට wheel set එක ad එකක් හරි content එකක් හරි push කරන එක, it can happen from a platform, right? Because it's kind of related. So if you have it in top of mind, yes, එතකොට ඔයා මේක දැක්ක ගමන් මේක මගේ ඔළුවේ තිබ්බනේ, how did it come here? It's actually with your behavioral pattern, right? So sometimes you might think hari මං එහෙම දේවල් බලන්නේ නැතුව මට අදාළම නැති දේවල් වෙනවා, ඒත් මගේ ඒක ඔළුවේ තිබ්බ දෙයක් නේ කියලා. Just think about the number of users that are there, right? Meta has 3.2 billion users, right? And as a platform, Meta has a lot of AI features. So does TikTok, so does YouTube, right? Just think about your behavior. අද ඔයා කරන අද ඔයා මොකක් හරි බලන වීඩියෝ එකක් හිතන්න ඔයා බලන වීඩියෝ පැටර්න් එක සම්පූර්ණයෙන් වෙනස් කරනවා, right? දැනට ඔයා බලබල ඉන්නේ cooking videos. ඔයා සම්පූර්ණයෙන් වෙනස් කරලා බලනවා let's say hiking videos, right? ඔයා hiking videos 3ක් විතර බලන්න පටන් ගන්නවා. And YouTube will ask at some point, so if you are a heavy shorts viewer, you might have come across this. YouTube will ask you, are you satisfied with the content that we that we predicted? They ask you the consent also. May prediction එකට වා ඕකේද? So දන්න වා සම්පූර්ණයෙන් shift කරනවා බලන එක, then they will actually ask that, right? So these platforms has those capabilities. Instagram reels ගත්තත්, Facebook reels ගත්තත්, TikTok video shorts ගත්තත්, YouTube shorts ගත්තත්, they will have these capabilities. They will have these AI capabilities, right? So just think about the users, right? So we were talking about the users. They had 3.2 billion Meta users. So think about one user. ඔයාගෙන හිතන්න. ඔයා user කෙනෙක් විදියට හිතන්න, right? User කෙනෙක් විදියට ගත්තාම you will have a lot of different patterns, right? So you have 3.2 billion users, and think about the possibilities that Meta can build, the AI, generative AI can build, right? So it's millions, it's trillions, it's billions, right? So the amount of possibilities, amount of ways that a person can get content in their feed can be massive, right? It can be different ways. So why is this important for short form video content, right? So if your video is short, if your video is more engaging, අර කිව්ව parts ටික තියෙනවා නම් bite size content එකක් නම් මේ message එක focusing නම්, it will be very easy for you guys to reach your right customer, right? So you might be asking how is that possible? So as a Meta platform, it really gives you the capabilities to find your audience, right? So you might be saying, yes, hari ad වල තියෙනවනේ, ads ගහනකොට interest දාලා ගහන්න පුළුවන් නේ. Yes, you actually can. But there's something more, right? So why am I continuously saying your message should be focused? Your message should be focused because now the content actually finds the user, right? So as users, we have a lot of dynamics, right? Just think about it. If there might be something that interests you right now, today, right? But will it be the same next week? Will it be the same tomorrow? What එකම interest එක තියෙන්නේ නැහැ. What other interest එකක් තිබ්බොත් it can change tomorrow. It can change the next week, right? So if you make your video content very specific to your audience, හිතන්න ඔයා විකුණන්නේ පොඩි ළමයින්ට infants ලගේ goods තමයි විකුණන්නේ. You are selling baby care products, right? So if you make your content very specific, then you will have a lot of engagement, because as platforms they have capabilities to find the right people, and if your video is short, it will give you more engagement, right? So these are few tips, guys, as businesses, as brands, you can try out. Ad එකක් දානවා නම් make a content that resonates with your audience. මොකක් හරි product එකක් තියෙනවා නම් හිතන්න youth related product එකක්, youth focused product එකක් වගේ තියෙනවා. What you will do is the content is very focused on that. A group එකට මාරම focused, right? So the content will actually find that audience. That's how advanced these platforms have become, right? So just to give you a small context on this, 30% of the posts on Facebook feed are delivered by the AI recommendation system. මෙන්න මේ නිසා තමයි අපිට තේරෙන්නේ ඔළුවේ තිබ්බ එක මෙතන තියෙනවානේ කියලා තේරෙන්නේ Facebook වල මේ නිසා තමයි. And 50% of the content people see on Instagram is AI recommended. So what's the difference? මෙතන feed එකේ තියෙනවා, මෙතන the content people see. So just think about the explore tab. You can do it by yourself. You can try this out by yourself, right? Instagram feed එකට Instagram explore එකට ගිහලා Instagram search button එකේ තියෙන search එකට ගිහලා just search something, right? Something totally unrelated to what you have right now, right? And then go through a few content එකක් there, right? And then after that you will have related content. Pretty sure you will have related content in your explore tab, for sure. That's for sure, guys. And so since you have already shown interest to that topic, brands will try to catch you. මේක හොඳටම බලන්න පුළුවන් real estate ad එක click කරලා බලන්න. Prime lands හරි home lands හරි ad එකක් click කරලා බලන්න. Home land, so it can be so some real estate ad, right? You will be targeted with a lot of real estate ads just after that, right? So how the platform identifies is identify okay, this guy is interested in real estate business. Yes, we should deliver him more real estate content to his feed, right? So I actually practically did this at Prime Lands. So we had a small challenge where people are actually not engaging with our content, right? So we came up with 3 pillars. First one would be a 1-minute video, but a vertical video, right? It's not a horizontal video, but it's a vertical video and a 1:1 sized canvas video. So the creators, the marketers, you guys know what I'm talking about. Photo size video canvas. So you have a few assets. You have this 1:1 or the box sized video, and you have a horizontal video, right? Both are 1 minute. And then I come up with a small another video of the highlights of the same. අර 1 minute video එකේ highlights තියෙනවානේ. හිතන්න ඒකේ පෙන්නන්නේ මෙහෙම house scheme එකක් තමයි මේව shoot කරන්නේ. Right? House scheme එකක් shoot කරලා within the 1 minute time period we are telling all the USPs. හිතන්න මේක හදලා තියෙන මේ වලින් මෙතනට දුර මෙච්චරයි මේ වගේ facilities තියෙනවා amenities ඇතුලේ තියෙන supermarket එකක්. We tell all the jazz with that. Guys, can you hear me? Sorry, I ran into a small technical difficulty. Can someone confirm me whether you guys can hear me and see me? All right, cool. Thank you. Super. Sorry, guys, for the inconvenience. All right. So what I did was I got that 1 minute video. In that 1 minute video, you have all those USPs. Scheme එක තියෙන්නේ කොයිද ඊට පස්සේ මොනවද හදලා තියෙන්නේ what are the amenities that you have. We tell all the jazz, we show all the jazz, right? And then we come up with a small 15-second video, right, with highlights of in that 1 minute video. ඉතින් 1 minute video එකේ තියෙන USPs 3ක් කියනවා අර 15 second එක ඇතුලේ. So what we will do is we'll use it for ads, right? We'll use it for stories ads වලට දාන්නේ 15 second එක. And then I come up with a small album also, right? Album එකක් දානවා to get more people engaging with images also. But you won't believe these short form videos, these two types of short form videos, this 1 minute video and this 15-second video brought us a lot of sales, right? So if you are having a long video and you have no idea how to make it short, just break it down to a few pieces, right? Just break down as per USPs, right? Maybe some variable, some other variable. හිතනවා USPs ගන්න මේ වාගේ තියෙන products තුනක් තමයි මේ වීඩියෝ එකේ කියන්නේ, right? products තුනක් කියන්න එපා. එකක් ගැන කියලා then you have a short form video, right, which will bring you more engagement. So we spoke about how it can be engaging with the behavior, with the attention span decrease that we have. So, and the platform capabilities also. Platform වල ගොඩක් තියෙනවා AI recommendations which allow us to see and get engaged more with this related content. You have all the jazz. And then as another stat, guys, 60% of both Facebook and Instagram is on video, right? As users, just think about it. User කෙනෙක් විදිහට වැඩිපුරම ඉන්නේ මොන සයිට් එකේද? හිතන්න platform එකක් විදිහට ගත්තාම platform එකේ මොන සයිට් එකේද? So TikTok, obviously it's more video content, right? 95% of it video content. Facebook, it's not that much, but there are sections, right? Or feed section එකේ තියෙනවා, or reel section එකේ තියෙනවා, or story section එකේ තියෙනවා. So same as Instagram. Instagram also has feed, explore, reels, or sections, right? So as a metastat, 60+% of the time we are spending on video section, both on Facebook and Instagram, right? So that's how much that's the level of consumption that we have for video content, right? Map all these up. So 60+% of the time we are on video content. We have a very short attention span. And as brands, what you should do, as marketers, what you should do, if you want to get more people engaged, then cater to that platform, right? Cater to the behavior. If you have a short attention span, hurry, message brand message, tell it within 2-3 seconds, right? So that's what you should be connecting right now, right? And almost 50% of the time spent on Instagram is on reels, right? So just think about yourself. At Instagram, reels. You might also be having a similar behavior, right? So people are actually consuming a lot of video content, mainly because of the short attention span. And also videos, just like we spoke about, videos process more faster than any other media that we are seeing. Image එකක් දැක්කත් text එකක් කියුවා, it doesn't process as fast than videos. Video එකේ වාට visual එකක් පෙන්නලා වාට audio එකක් දෙනවා, right? So you will have an idea, okay, this is what's up කියලා, right? So we are going through a lot of content per day, right? Then what's the last set that you can remember, guys? What's the last content that you can remember? It can be a brand, it can be a content. What can you remember? මේ ටිකේ Facebook එකේ හරි Instagram එකේ හරි දැකපු ads මොනවද? Top of mind තියෙන ad එක මොකක්ද ඔයාලගේ? Facebook හරි Instagram හරි දැකලා දාකපු brand එක මොකක්ද? Can I have a message here? So for me, it's Uber. I'm seeing a lot of Uber ads. Yes, Uber Eats. Short form, they have very, very nice short form content, right? So what is actually they're giving? they are giving you top of mind awareness, right? So that's what Uber Eats does. What else, guys? So Uber Eats තියෙනවා. තව මොනවද තියෙන්නේ? ඉස්සර නම් McDonald's හිතා මතකද? McDonald's සෑහෙන තිබ්බා. So what are the other brands? So it can be Uber Eats, it can be a food brand, it can be a a cosmetic brand, it can be anything. Make Christmas කාලේ උගලන්ට මොනවද පේන්නේ? What is in your what's in top of your mind when it comes to a video content, or what is a nice video content that you guys saw recently? Uber Eats විතරද රෂීද් දැකලා තියෙන්නේ? රෂීද් විතරද දැකලා තියෙන්නේ? Anyone else? Any other type ad? Yes, Wildish, correct. So that's someone who actually built a community. So I was going to talk about it in the next slide. That's someone who actually built a community with short form videos, right? So if you have a YouTube channel, guys, if you are maintaining a YouTube channel, do shorts also, right? So if you look at Block and Dino, they are actually doing short form shorts also right now. So their videos are pretty about 20-30 minutes long. So those are not on the go viewing videos, right? So those are relaxing viewing videos, right? So but for on the go also, they have created short form bite size content. It's very exciting. Messaging but it's very exciting. It's on the go. 30 seconds, 20 seconds max. So what are they collecting? They are collecting a community there, right? So as Wildish. So this was Wild Cookbook. Wild Cookbook. So you come up with short form content. So just think about it. What a cam we are known, you will not look at a Wild Cookbook video, right? Maybe you will look at a Ape Amma video, right? But Wild Cookbook, it's a whole different vibe, right? So I was telling you, if you have a YouTube channel, YouTube Shorts actually can pump up your level of subscribers. So these come with actually proven stats. It can actually pump up your subscribers, because with the behavior and the ease that people have just to subscribe, it's very easy, right? Shorts button channel subscribe button. So for the users also, platforms have really pushed it, right? So we come up with a lot of content. So why I asked you what's the last ad that you guys saw, or what's the last content that you guys saw, because we come up with a lot of content per day, right? Then you are scrolling down 300 feet per day. Adi 300ක් scroll කරනවා දවසට. That's a lot, right? So it's almost 100 meters. Meter 100ක් මෙහෙම ඇඟිල්ල scroll කරනවා, right? So for you to have a top of mind, then may Uber Eats top of mind තියෙන්නේ, you saw it on many platforms, right? So yeah, Rashid, I'm pretty sure you saw it on many platforms, right? Facebook dakka, you saw it on YouTube, maybe you saw it on Instagram also, in between reels, right? So if you have a lot of content from a lot of brands, then it can be from the family, it can be from anywhere, right? So what are the things that you should keep in mind for you to have a content that is spot on? Then thumb stopper එකක් කරන්න මොනවද තියෙන content, මොනවද තියෙන points, right? So we spoke about your the video being short duration and stuff. Hari short duration උනත් මගේ user බලන user මාව skip කරන්න නැති වෙන්න. Hari මගේ user retain කරලා තියාගන්න. What are the different things that you can do, right? So let's look at a few tips. Just look at this video, guys, right?
Fish में मीठा तो घर मीठा.
So this is just 20 seconds long, right? So it has really shown the product. and the messaging. And the most important part is just look at the way it starts, right? So just think about it. You're scrolling down the reels and this comes up. Will you skip?
විශ්ව මිත්‍ර දුක්ඛර මිත්‍ර.
So for you to not skip, what was there, right? What is that? That's called a hook, guys, right? Hook එක කියලා කියන්නේ, so you're not letting the user or the viewer go away. You are just grabbing onto them, right? So at the first few seconds, so this might be a very good practice if you guys have different products, just to test it out. And if you have a brand that you can play around also, you can test out what are the different type of hooks that's working for you, right? So samahara videos, samahara long form videos, long form it can be 3 minutes, 4 minutes long. At the beginning of the video, it will have a short summary of the video, right? A video you can highlight that is a hook, right? Because you are showing the viewer, okay, this is what you are looking at, this is what you're gonna view right now, right? So watch this video, right? So hooks actually keeps people from skipping, right? ඉතින් ඔයාට මේ වගේ වීඩියෝ එකක් ආවොත්, hook එකක් තියෙන වීඩියෝ එකක් ආවොත්, අර එකපාරට spark වෙන වීඩියෝ එකක්, then පොඩක් බලන් ඉන්න ඕනේ. So as brands, as marketers, you have a few seconds to communicate your message, communicate your brand message, right? So that's one way to get people more engaging, right? Or short form video content bite size video content you have a proper messaging, and you are adding a hook also where people will not skip it, right? And the other one is audio will help you capture and maintain attention, right? So any short form video, there are a couple of things that you should keep in mind, guys, right? So adding subtitles is a must these days, right? For any short form video, it can be an ad, it can be a content, it can be a 2-minute, it can be a 1-minute video, but still add subtitles. Why, right? So you saw the behavior, right? We are on the go behavior generation that we are having right now, right? While you are driving, while you're on the traffic light, while you're on the taxi, when you have a free time, right? You will win. So can I know, guys, public එකේ ඉන්නකොට just think about yourself, taxi එකේ හරි හිතන්න බස් එක යනවා කියලා. බස් එක යනකොට වීඩියෝ සද්ද දාලා බලන කට්ටිය ඉන්නවද මෙතන? හිතන්නකෝ ඔයාගාව නැහැ hands free එකක්. හැබැයි ඔයා සද්දයක් දාලා බලනවා කට්ටිය ඉන්නවද? volume up කරලා බලන කට්ටිය ඉන්නවද? Are there people who are using full volume or at least some volume to watch videos when you are in the public? Yeah, correct. Same. So yeah, so why is that, right? So first of all, we have had bad experiences, we all know that, right? So that's one. And the other one is, we actually don't want the other person to see or hear what we are looking at, right? We want that privacy also, right? So as brands, as marketers, to keep your audience engaging, you should respect that privacy. How can you do it? Add subtitles. It's very easy, right? It's that easy, guys. So subtitle doesn't mean හිතන්න ඔයා කියනවා මේම වචන 50ක් තියෙන හරි වාක්‍යයක් කියනවා. You don't have to have that whole thing, whole text up there, right? You don't have to have that. But instead, what you can have is, you can have the highlighting parts there. හිතන්න ඔයාට තියෙන්නේ ඔයා මොකක්ද ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එකක් ගැන කියන්නේ, මොකක්ද හිතන්න රෙස්ටොරන්ට් එකක් ගැන කියන්නේ, right? ඒ රෙස්ටොරන්ට් එකේ තියෙන හිතන්න පිළියන්දල හොඳම shop එක, right? So those kind of stuff you can highlight and add as text also. So it will really help for the viewer to keep watching it, right? Idan oagawa waata hambena video ekak okari content ekak hambena. Let's say it's short form, it's up with proper messaging, and it has a hook, right? Where you are actually seeing it, and you are watching it while going in the bus. Hitana bus එක යනකොට තමයි ඔයාට video එක discover වෙන්නේ. Why? We have a on the go behavior, right? හිතන්න ඔයාට ඒ video එක හම්බෙනවා bus එක යනකොට. But you really can't understand what's going on. Why? Because you have to have sound to understand that, right? So audio is playing a huge part when it comes to any video, any mobile consumed video. So as marketers, what I want to advise you is you guys need to create videos that could be understand without audio also. Audio නැතුවත් understand කරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ ඔයගලගේ messaging එක ඔයගලගේ video එක, right? That's one key part that most of the brands are also missing, right? Subtitle එක පොඩ්ඩක් දාන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට තමයි idea එක එන්නේ, right? එතකොට තමයි engagement එක එන්නේ. Why the engagement? එතකොට තමයි කට්ටිය බලන් ඉන්නේ. Okay, this is what's going on, because you can really understand it. You're on the go viewing it, you really can understand it without audio also, without sound also. Sound off එකට හදන්න, right? But it doesn't mean that you should add sound. But I'm sorry, you should not add sound, right? Audio අනිවාර්යෙන් add කරන්න ඕනේ, and it should be really nicely placed also. That will give you more engagement for the people who are watching it with audio, right? Hitana කවුරු ඉන්නවා AirPods එකක් ගාගෙන, yeah, no problem, you can actually watch it with sounds, right? So this small video, just check it out. This is without sound, and this is the second one is with sound, right? So the first one, they have really added so much text in order for anyone to understand, right? Let's check it out, guys. Very obvious, right? If you have time to watch this, you have time to train. Nike Training Club live 7 p.m. every day, right? Very simple, right? And adding the audio should add actually more and more value, right? And audio will help you capture and maintain attention, right? ඉතින් ඔයාට මේ subtitle දාලත් ඔයාගේ retention වැඩි කරගන්න. So by adding subtitles, what you should do? What are you doing? You are keeping the retention, right? What's the retention? You are keeping that person, keeping that person watching, right? So you're not letting that person go away. Subtitle add කරලා ඉවරලා ඔයා ටිකටම interest එක තියාගෙන ඉන්නවා. ඔයා message එක දෙනවා. ඔයාගේ දෙනවා. ඔයාගේ brand message එක, ඔයාගේ product message එක ඔයා දෙනවා, right? So that's how that's the advantage that you're having by adding subtitles, right? Or adding texts. So you watch this, I hope most of you guys understood this, and check this out. This is after adding audio, right? After adding a small sound clip, right? And it has really added value. It is more, visually compelling, visually this thing also. Check it out.
Yeah. Okay. Take. Up 19 plates. Here we go. Every day starts 17.
See, it's not very advanced, guys, and these are well-known brands in the world, right? If Nike can do it, I'm pretty sure your home business can do it. Your brand can do it, right? Nike ට කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් ඔයගලන්ටත් කරන්න පුළුවන්, right? So that's all from for today, guys. Do you have any questions? I would love to have some questions. Anything at all? මොකද ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද? ඔයගලන්ගේ channel එකක් ගැන වෙන්න පුළුවන්, maybe some social media campaign that you guys are running, maybe still you did this but still no engagement. Cool. Okay. Right. So I want to take this chance to thank the Future Marketers Association of University of Kelaniya for organizing this event. Everything clear. All right, cool. For organizing this, and thank you for making me a part of this. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, and looking forward to work with you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for doing a really insightful session for all of us. I believe we all benefited from the session. And thank you so much for all the insights that you shared and for all the wealth of knowledge that you shared with us today. So now I would like to invite Mr. Ravindu Dilshan, our Director of Executive Series Avenue of the Future Marketers Association, to share a few words as we work today.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Department of Marketing Management at the University of Kelaniya and the Future Marketers Association, I express my heartfelt gratitude as we conclude this insightful session. First, a special thank you to our esteemed speaker, Mr. Charit Fonseca, for sharing your invaluable expertise about short form video marketing. Your insights have truly inspired us to think strategically and creatively in today's digital landscape. I also extend my gratitude to the lecturers of the Department of Marketing Management for their support and the Future Marketers Association team for their dedication to make this event a success. Lastly, thank you all the industry professionals and undergraduates for your active participation throughout this session. Your enthusiasm is what drives us to organize meaningful events like this. Let's continue to grow, improve, and inspire as future marketers. Thank you. And I hope to see you at our upcoming events. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ravindu, for sharing your thoughts. So, before wrapping things up, we would like to take a photograph with our guest speaker. So, I invite all of you to turn on your cameras if possible. We'll be staying for around 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so I think we have already taken the screenshot. So thank you so much once again, Mr. Sharik Fonseca, for like sharing your knowledge with us.
Yeah.
So we have reached the end of our time, so which means it's time for us to wrap things up. So thank you once again, Mr. Sharik, for taking time from your busy schedule, especially to cater this session. And with that, we conclude the program for today in hopes of having another remarkable episode of Great Minds. So until we meet again, have a good rest of the evening. Thank you.